Spiral 64. You should have Google Classroom on the left of your screen and the Desmos calculator on the right. And you should find Spiral 64. It might say quarter 2, week 5, day 4, as this shows. Pause your computer until your screen looks like mine. Type your name and then look at the first question. Which answer choice below is an element of the domain of the function? Remember, your domain is your x values. So you're going to go across the train track on the x-axis, and which one of these numbers would you stop to pick somebody up? Is there anybody to get at 0? Is there anyone to get at 6? Is there anyone to get at 7? Is there anyone to get at 4? Pause your computer until your video until you have answered that question. The second question says, find the average rate of change of the f of x equals x cubed. I can type in the f of x equals x cubed. And to get the exponent of 3, I come down here. That's what this function looks like. Okay. We want to know the rate of change from the interval -1 to 3. So we're wanting to know how the rate of change is the same as slope. So from -1 to +3, we want to know the slope of this graph. We can do that by going to settings and looking at the table and put in those x values of -1 and 3. So we want to know the slope from this point to this point. That here are 2 points on this graph. And to determine that, you can come here. Remember, the slope formula is a fraction. So put your fraction in, use your division symbol to get your fraction. And the slope is y2 minus y1 on the top. I'm going to help you with that, but I'm going to let you do the bottom of the fraction. So y2, I'm going to go up here. Remember, we have x function and we have y values, x values and y values. The y value, the second y value, it's y2 minus y1. The second value I'm talking about is 27, and then I've got a minus sign, and the first y value is -1. So I want you to do the same thing on the bottom. You're going to do x2 minus x1, and it should give you one of these choices. Hit pause until you have finished this question. This next question wants to know, what's the equation of this graph? So you're going to need to put each of these choices into Desmos and determine which graph matches this graph. Whichever graph it is going to have a point at 0, -2, and 1, -6. So type these 4 equations into Desmos and determine which graph matches. Hit pause until you've answered that question. This next question wants to know which of these equations in slope-intercept form, remember slope-intercept is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope of the graph. Which one goes through these 2 points? Well, you can come over here and put those 2 points in, -1, 2, hit the wrong key there, sorry. You can also put in the other point, which is 3, 4. Now, you're going to put each one of these in, one at a time. One of them, these are all an equation of a line. One of them is going to go through these 2 points. That is your correct answer. Hit pause until you've answered that question. That is, I didn't choose that because I think it's the right answer. I just accidentally clicked on it. So this says if an exponential model has a 20% growth rate, what multiplier would be used in the function model? Multiplier means what number would we multiply by to represent 20%? And we know that 20% means 20/100ths, which is 20 divided by 100. So what number would we multiply by for that? Choose your answer for that one. The last question on this warm-up says, determine the range of this function. Remember, domain is the x values, range is the y values. So if we're going on our train ride up the y-axis, what are the y values that we would have to stop at to pick someone up? Would we only have to stop from -5 to 0? Are there any other passengers anywhere else? Are we going to stop only from 1 to 5? Are there passengers above 5 or below 1? Are all the passengers between -3, which is down here, to 5? Are there no passengers greater than 5? Or will there be a passenger at all real numbers? And it looks to me like this graph goes on and on forever in both directions.